This giant fruit you're looking at isn't an iron ball, but rather a type of fruit with an unbelievably hard shell. Even after falling from a height of 30 meters to the ground, it remains completely intact. This is the Brazil nut, from a tree native to the Amazon rainforest. Each pod weighs around 1.5 kilograms, and it takes a full year for it to completely ripen. Because its outer shell is as hard as rock, most animals are simply no match for it, and don't even bother trying. However, there is one creature that waits day and night, hoping for these pods to fall. The Brazil nut tree, you could say, is one of the most strategic trees in this entire forest. To spread its seeds far and wide, it entrusts this task to a very special rodent. This is the agouti, an extremely timid creature of the Amazon rainforest. At the same time, it is the only animal capable of breaking through the Brazil nut's formidable shell. With incisors as sharp as a chisel, the agouti can easily bite through the hard casing without damaging its teeth in the slightest. That's because the surface of its teeth is coated in a layer of super tough enamel, allowing it to confidently gnaw on the hardest of nuts. Once the pod is opened, the rich and fragrant nut meat inside is the agouti's favorite food. However, just like squirrels, agoutis have a habit of storing their food. The nuts it doesn't eat right away, it will find a secret spot to bury, saving them for a time when it might be hungry. But in this vast rainforest, there are too many places to hide things, and sometimes the little rodent itself forgets the exact location where it buried a nut. The agouti's timid and constantly worried nature is understandable, because lurking nearby is its sworn enemy, the margay cat. This is an agile and cunning hunter of the Amazon. Although its size is only slightly larger than a house cat, that doesn't hinder its superb hunting abilities in any way. Dressed in a coat of rosette-like spots, the margay is clearly not a creature to be trifled with. The margay begins to accelerate to catch its prey, but luckily for the agouti, this time it manages to escape. Once the margay has left, the agouti gets back to work, finding places to hide the rest of its Brazil nuts. To track where it would bury the nuts, the film crew tied invisible threads to them. At the end of each thread is a small piece of pink fabric to easily mark the location. This particular agouti will carry the nuts it works so hard to open to a place quite far away to bury them. The reason is that its own kind are known to watch and wait, looking for a chance to steal the treasures that other agoutis have hidden. And, of course, it doesn't want that to happen to its own stash. Not only does it carefully bury its food, but it also tries to cover its tracks. But just as it returns to the remaining nuts, its prize has already been stolen by another of its kind. Even worse, the nut it had just buried has been discovered and dug up by another agouti. This crafty rodent, after digging up the nut, finds another spot to rebury the treasure. Eventually, the film crew found the pink piece of fabric. It seems the silent war between the agoutis is quite intense. And it's precisely these forgotten hiding spots that give the Brazil nuts their chance to sprout. Unintentionally, the agouti species has also created opportunities for its future generations to enjoy Brazil nuts. Before long, the buried seeds begin to sprout. Even without direct sunlight, they resiliently push up through the shade, beginning a long-term battle with the other plants. Over time, they will grow into towering Brazil nut trees, standing tall in the jungle. But once fully grown, the Brazil nut tree faces another difficult task: how to get its flowers pollinated. The blooming flowers constantly release a captivating fragrance all around. Countless species of bees and other nectar-feeding insects in the forest are drawn to the scent. However, the Brazil nut flower is extremely picky. It hides its nectar and pollen beneath a very sturdy flower cap. Without sufficient strength, it's impossible to open it. And to do that, a very special bee is required. Not far away, a species of vibrant orchid is also in bloom, emitting a rich aroma. This scent will attract a huge, endemic bee, which is the orchid bee. The male orchid bees will collect the essential oils from these orchids. That scent is the weapon they use to attract a mate. It will cleverly store the perfume it collects in tiny pouches on its hind legs. This alluring scent will help it get noticed by more females. And over there is a female orchid bee, drawn in by that very scent. The female orchid bee is much larger and stronger than the male. After mating, the female flies to the Brazil nut tree's flowers. And this is the very guest the Brazil nut tree has been waiting for all this time. Only this female bee is strong enough to pry open the tough petals of the Brazil nut flower to enjoy the sweet nectar inside. And while she drinks the nectar, she incidentally helps pollinate the Brazil nut tree. Just like that, the Brazil nut tree has successfully completed its mission. With the passage of time, the flowers will soon develop into large, round, heavy pods of nuts. That is the story of the Brazil nut tree in the Amazon rainforest. Its existence is a perfect link, connecting the creatures of the ground and the air. This is truly one of Mother Nature's greatest miracles. What do you think of this brilliant and intelligent collaboration in nature? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to join us in discovering more amazing stories from the natural world.